We are afraid of a thing which doesn't exist. That's the whole problem. Our fears are baseless. They don't have a base. They are baseless fears. They are baseless anxieties. When you come into meditation, you understand that all your fears earlier were all baseless, idiotic. Any kind of fear is baseless. The mind fears, the soul doesn't fear. The soul is eternity. So fearfulness comes from the mind and fearlessness comes from the soul. The transition from the mind to the soul is enlightenment, is meditation. So there are no fears. All fears are baseless. Lock, stock and barrel. All fears are baseless. Oh, I am going to die. It's a baseless fear. Because you are not going to die. When you understand that all fears are baseless, you have a hearty laugh. Oh, I feared myself. You have a hearty laugh. All fears are baseless. When you realize that, you are enlightened. If you are still fearful of something, you are not yet enlightened.
Kavya, are you there?
Hi, yes, I'm there. Will we be starting with meditation first?
Yes,
Yes,
once.
Kavya ma'am. First, we will be doing the
Yeah.
meditation.
Just
Yeah.
So
welcome
in the
with the
mean,
open camera. Manoj.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Saturday Masterclass on Living Fearlessly. And let's start with meditation and then we'll dive into the topic. I'm Kavya Agarwal and I'm a lawyer practicing in Delhi. I have been meditating for the last 3 years now, and it has been a very enriching journey. And I would love to share parts of it and the wisdom that I've gained along these years with you in today's session. So let's do meditation and then we'll start.
sure, ma'am. I'll be playing the
Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed, with your hands on your chest area, resting your attention on your heart center. Connect with your beautiful heart. With your attention on your heart center, with a slow, long, relaxing breath, can you feel your beautiful heart? Feel the seat of all emotions. nurturing all life. With its energies of love, compassion, gratitude. Can you recollect an experience from your past or from the vision of your future where you feel enormous love, joy, gratitude, or simply bring up an experience in the present, smelling a flower, playing in water, taking a walk in nature, helping somebody in need. Imagine and bring up that moment and feel that energy. Relive that moment and feel that energy. And allow yourself to spread that energy onto everything and everyone on this planet, or to someone who is in need, to help them heal, to help them elevate themselves. Where your attention goes, there your energy flows. We're all deeply interconnected. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. We are in a powerful group meditation, harnessing the energies of the group. When you observe your breath, your mind slowly becomes empty. As the mind is becoming less and less of thought, calmer and calmer, allow yourself to experience that greater calmness inside of you, emptiness all around you. yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience emptiness, that calmness. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of energy. The field of limitless possibilities. The longer you stay connected to this emptiness, blackness of no body, of no thing, the more experiences you draw into your life. It is natural to have thought. When you recognize you are in thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to slowly go into that emptiness, that field of light. We are less matter, more emptiness and energy. The longer we stay in the empty states of mind, the more you transcend your body, you go beyond matter, you experience emptiness and energy. Relax, dear friends. You planted seeds of possibilities. You primed your subconscious. Recognize that whatever you emotionally embrace is manifesting into your physicality. Be grateful for this opportunity to create. Be grateful for to everything and everyone who will help you to create this future. Your gratitude to your parents, teachers, mentors, family, friends, everyone in your life. To this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, to technology, all systems, governments, companies, to yourself, and to this intelligent quantum field for helping us experience, helping us create a new life. Gratitude moves us into coherence and helps us draw and create more. Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What have you experienced? Whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then you may open your eyes.
Welcome back, everyone. Hope you all had a good meditation. So, the topic that I chose for today is living fearlessly. And the reason I decided to choose this topic is because, fear is one of the most common emotion that people face in their lives. Like everyone at some point has or continuously feel or fear about, fear of other people's opinions, fear of failure, fear of not being able to do or achieve the things they want, fear of failure, and fear of, difficult or bad things happening in their life. But it's one of the most common fear, but it is one of the most strongest as well, because it really has the power of, handicapping you. So many people are not able to pursue their dreams or do the things they want because of this constant fear within them about, things not going right. And that is why I thought that, okay, like, let's explore this. How can we actually live a life without fear? Is it even possible to live a life without fear? So I would say that no, it's not possible that, the emotion of fear completely goes away from our life, but definitely we can learn how to deal with it. When you look at the great relics of the country, also, even in Mahabharata, Arjun, known as one of the greatest warriors ever, at one point of time was afraid to go on. He said that he did not want to fight the war, and he was afraid of whether what he was doing was right or wrong. He was afraid about what will be the outcome of the war, and he had to be given that knowledge by Krishnji so that he could go on. Even Hanumanji, who we now revere as one of the most powerful and fearless gods, you at one point of time forgot all the powers he had to be reminded about who he really is, so that he could go ahead and achieve and do all the things that he was meant to. So I feel that fear is a very human emotion. It will be a part of us, but do we let it stop us from achieving what we want, or do we take it in our stride and go ahead? So that is what we're going to explore in today's masterclass. So the thing with fear is, what we don't realize that how just because we carry this emotion in us, it also manifests in our life in various ways. So it enters our subconscious mind when if you're constantly thinking fearful thoughts about, what could go wrong, or any thoughts that might be unique to your situation, they start entering our subconscious mind and become a permanent belief. So sometimes even if that situation has not happened or is not meant to happen, just because we have been thinking about it so much all the time, it enters our subconscious mind and manifests in our life. So was actually hearing a podcast the other day of a lady who had cancer, and she said that, from an early age, somehow she was really afraid of getting cancer. So she, did everything that she possibly could, the right diet, the exercise, everything, all precautions that were needed to, not get cancer. But still, she ended up getting cancer because she was in a constant fear of it. Even when she was trying to escape that health issue, because she was fearful of it, and because it was constantly there in her mind, it ended up manifesting in her life. Similarly, I read another great story, which also shows the role that fear plays in our life. And that is, once there was a village, and a huge saint used to live in that village. And the saint was meditating when he saw that the ghost of death was about to enter the village with the disease of smallpox. So the saint said to the ghost that, please, like, this is my village, and I don't want you to bring this disease here. So the ghost says that I'm only going to take three people, as it's meant to be, and I won't harm the entire village. So that is my job, so please let me do it. So the saint agreed, and the first day three people died, then the next day three more, and then, like, for a week multiple people kept dying because of that disease. So the saint went into deep meditation, and he called upon that ghost of death and asked that, you promised only three, but how come, like, more and more people are dying? So the ghost says that, as promised, I only took three, the rest died of fear. So, like, I was like, yes, that's so true. Sometimes some things are not meant to happen to us, but because we carry that fear within us so much that we don't even realize the things that are happening to us just because we have manifested them in our lives. So, okay, you will be like, okay, Kavya, we know about fear, we experience it in our daily lives, like how to deal with it. That's what we really want to know today. So, I'm going to explore three ways in which we can address this fear. And the very, very first thing being is, changing your perspective towards it. So, what do I mean by that? Most of us are afraid of the challenges that are going to come in our life, or we are afraid of life in general. We are afraid of bad things happening. That is the most prominent fear that we carry within us. But or it can also be, when we think of the worst possible outcome about what can go wrong, and that's what brings fear inside us, because we don't want to experience that worst possible outcome that our mind is giving us images of, right? So how does changing your perspective towards it helps? So, the primary thing that it does is, when you really understand the purpose of challenges in our life, or why, when we say bad things happen, why they are not really anything bad that is happening in your life, when you start understanding the purpose of life, then your fear from of it dissolves. So, that this perspective is basically to help us understand that even if challenges come in our life, it is nothing to be really afraid of. I read this amazing book, The Surrender Experiment, and they really go in depth into it when they say that we are afraid of all the challenges or the bad things happening in our life, but we don't realize that all of these situations that come, they are actually helping humans to come out of the inertia they are in, and actually push them towards change, towards growth. If we imagine a life where, none of these challenges or difficult situations come in our life, what would it be like? Would we just, be happy all the time? We would not feel the need to do something more, to learn something new, to, be more than who we are right now. If you really ask yourself, and if you look back at your life, you will see that the difficult situations in life have actually changed you, or and made you into something better, into they have helped you grow and, transform yourself, as compared to just the happy situations or challenges that come in our life. So storms of life, what we call, are rather things that help us, push us in the right direction. So that is what that book, The Surrender Experiment, is also talking about, that we are so fearful about what will happen in life, but you know have we truly tried to surrender to it? Can we really trust that, life has a way of working itself out, and our anxieties and our fears and our, sadness does not have to be related to life itself. So that book, and the author is saying, he shares his own story, that how, when he started trusting the flow of life, when he started, surrendering to life in a positive way, not in the sense that, okay, now I won't do anything and I will let life take its flow, but how, if I give my best in every situation that comes before me, and whether the challenges are good, whether the challenges are difficult, if I surrender to what I am supposed to learn from them, then I see that, life worked out in a way better than I could have imagined for myself, and that there's a higher force at play, which is helping us guide and figure out all that is happening in our life, and, flow through it. At the end of the day, each one of us is here to express our unique consciousness in this world. We all have a role to play, we all have a purpose that we are fulfilling while being here. So, and a part of expressing this consciousness is dealing with the fear, dealing with the emotions that, we face on a daily basis. And when we realize that, when we truly accept that within us, then, we stop being afraid of life, which is the biggest fear that all of us have. So it really changed my perspective about things, personally as well. That instead of being afraid of life, can we start trusting life? Can we start trusting that even if those difficult situations are coming, they are helping us grow, and that is what the end goal is all about. So another concept that comes here is that, of the soul's plan. So before I hope all of you know, like I'm expecting if people are meditating or something we that we are just bodies in our soul, and soul goes through multiple lives to learn the lessons that it's supposed to, and the one we are in right now is just, one of the many lives that we experience. So there's this book, The Soul's Plan, and they explain beautifully that how soul in its original state was, full of happiness, brightness, and it was the ultimate feeling ever. But it took human form. It decided to take human form because it wanted to experience the vast emotions and experiences that we do as humans, because it wanted to understand itself better. It realized that being in a constant state of happiness or, brightness and fulfillment did not help it understand itself. And that's why it decided to take birth and plan the challenges that it did, so that it helped the soul understand itself better. So they literally say that, just like we plan our vacations, that, okay, where do I want to go, who I want to go with, what will I eat there, what will I wear there. It's the same way the soul plans the life before taking birth as a human, that who my parents are going to be, and what challenges am I going to face in life that will help me teach something, maybe whether it's a disease, whether any of the problems that you face, because all of it is ultimately leading to the soul knowing and understanding itself better. So now that we know that concept, or start looking at our life from that perspective, then suddenly, the fear goes away when we think that, okay, if I'm going through a difficult situation right now, and maybe somewhere my soul planned for it to be there in my life right now, then instead of crying or instead of being fearful, can I start looking at it this way, that, okay, what am I supposed to learn from this situation? If I am constantly riddled with fear, then maybe a part of my challenge is to get over that fear. How can I do that? When we start looking at the situations and the challenges in our life from that perspective, instead of being fearful from it, we start looking at how to deal with it. Instead of them hampering us or handicapping us from doing what we want to do, we start changing our perspective about how rather these fears are there to, help us grow, to take us to the next level when we finally overcome them. So for me itself, I'm a lawyer, and initially when I started my journey, I found the law career to be really difficult, and I faced a lot of anxiety during this process about, how to deal with the work, with the people, the bosses, everything. And in the search of, answers about how to deal with this, I landed upon meditation. And my journey with meditation began, and for the 3 years I've been reading, meditating, going places. So now when I look back, I'm actually grateful for that difficult time that came in my life, because if that would not have happened, I would have never felt the need to look, for answers, or to look for how to deal with that situation in my life. So even though I went through a hard time, now I look back and I see how I have been able to grow from it, what I've been able to learn from it, from that fear of, failure and everything, which has now led me to meditation and its wisdom. So I actually think that yes, at that point of time, I used to cry that, okay, this is a challenge that I'm facing. But now when I look back, I'm actually grateful for it. So, it's just an example. If all of you can today, sit back and think that, okay, if the challenges that you faced in the past, somewhere or the other, led to your growth, or if they didn't, then now going forward, now that you know that, okay, all of these situations are really there to help us grow, now can you start looking at the emotion of fear or anything else, that surrounds it, with a different perspective, with the perspective of how can I use this opportunity to grow, to transform, and how it is actually there to help me instead of, impacting me negatively. So, that book, The Surrender Experiment, also says that we use stored energy to resist change instead of bringing change, instead of using that energy to bringing change. So that leads me to my second point, that the energy that we utilize in being afraid about things going wrong, or, whatever fears that you might have, if we start using that energy to actually face that fear and start taking action towards it, then can we, use it to our benefit. So, like I said before, that, the fear cannot completely go away, but it's your decision what you want to focus your attention on. If we keep focusing our attention on the fear, it multiplies and starts governing us. But if we identify that, okay, we have this fear, but now how can I take action to deal with it, then you will start finding solutions to dealing with that fear. So, whether it's a fear of public speaking, then okay, what's the solution? Can I look for some online classes which will help me, give me techniques to deal with it? Can I step out and put myself in some social gatherings where I test out my confidence slowly and slowly? If it's the fear of failure, then can I identify that, okay, do I need to work harder, or what can I do? Do I need to work smarter to overcome that fear of failure? If it's the fear of health, then okay, what are the things required to do to actually be in a good health? Like, do I need to change my diet? What exercises I need to add? So the second part is about overcoming fear is to take action towards it, and taking action towards it not with fear in mind, but with the solution in mind, that okay, if this fear is here, then how can I make the best of it and actually bring about something great in me? How can I use that to change for the better? And when the focus is on that and not on the fear, then we start overcoming that fear one step at a time. So, if you think about it, you get confidence after taking an action. If suppose you're supposed to do something, then before doing that action, of course, fear is always there. But once you complete that task, you feel confident. You feel happy that, okay, I have achieved this, or I've been able to, do this in the way I was or was not supposed to. Like, you feel a sense of accomplishment. So, confidence is the opposite of fear, right? So, confidence will always come after taking action. It will always come when you start doing the tasks. It's possible that you make mistakes initially, or maybe sometimes, like, you make mistakes, but still, that even making those mistakes and going on will give you more confidence than not doing the action at all, or not completing the task at all. So this is just like something, this is like completely psychological, that when you actually start doing things, you start getting more confidence within you. And that leads me to the third point, and that is, fear cannot enter a quiet heart. So, what is happening these days is that our mind and hearts are constantly filled with so much information, thoughts, and emotions, that it's getting overcrowded. We don't know, so many of the fears that we have are also, so many times baseless and illogical, simply because we are not able to sort through all the thoughts, emotions, and information that is crowding us all the time. And that is why our heart is never quiet, our mind is never quiet, and it starts governing us. So that here is where the role of meditation comes in. That meditation helps you quieten the mind, it helps you quieten the heart. And when your heart is quiet, when your mind is quiet, when you sit with yourself and you truly look within and understand and face your fears, then you realize that, okay, you know yourself, that okay, these are the fears, this is what I can do with, like, this is what I can do to deal with them, this is something that I simply have to let go of. And if you truly achieve that state of quietness, you realize that there is nothing truly to be fearful of, because fear is not really helping us in any way. It is only stalling us. Life will keep on moving on. What has to happen will happen. And rather, the fear is only helping us contribute to that thing instead of making any change about it. So I was reading the book The Alchemist, and I would like to share something from it that really I loved, and it is about fear as well. So here the alchemist is talking to a boy who is trying to pursue his dream, and he's crossing the African desert to achieve that dream. And they're having a conversation, and the alchemist tells the boy something that we have also heard so many times over the years. And he's saying that, you should listen to your heart. People have stopped listening to their heart, but the heart will always guide you in the right manner about what to do or what not to do. So but the boy says that, but my heart, it gets emotional, it gets passionate, it gets fearful about, whether I will be able to achieve my dream, whether I will be able to find the treasure, or will I fail. And sometimes, it that really stops me from going ahead as well. So the alchemist says that yes, of course, that's very natural. The heart is afraid that you might not be able to pursue your dream, or and you might lose everything that you have. But you can't keep it quiet. So still you listen to it. Listen to what your heart has to say to you. So the boy says, okay. So he listens to his heart again for the entire day. And he still says that, the heart is still like, it's very treacherous. It is betraying me in so many manners. So the alchemist really tells the boy, that he says that, it's okay even if the heart is being treacherous. It's okay even if it's filled with fear, because at least you know what the heart is saying now. It will not catch you unaware. If you know the ins and outs of your heart completely, you will know the fears that are within there, you will know the confidence that is within there, and they will never take you by surprise. You will know that when you have to listen to your heart and when not. So, and then the alchemist goes on to explain to the boy that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself. So that is what all of us are living in currently. We are living in the fear of suffering, even when we are not experiencing that suffering in itself. So, and it says that any heart which goes in the search of its dreams, which is following its passion, which is following its purpose, will never experience ever any suffering, because each part each path that the heart is taking is in line with its purpose, is in line with the experience that the heart is supposed to have. So the two takeaways majorly were that, it's important to understand your heart so that it never catches you unaware. You know that, okay, sometimes the heart is sad, sometimes the heart is fearful, sometimes the heart is happy. Now that I know it completely, suddenly if one day I'm feeling fearful also, I'll tell my heart that it's okay. I understand sometimes you experience fear, but there's nothing to worry about, and this feeling will also go away. and and that the fear of suffering is worse than the actual suffering, and if you're really following your path, then you don't really experience suffering at all. So last 5 minutes, the last part of this, I would just like to share an amazing poem by Rumi as well, which talks about something related to this. So I'll first just read it out and then I'll just explain it a little. So the name of the poem is The Guest House. So the poem is saying, this being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they are crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house, empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. So, Rumi is saying that, each emotion that we experience, every day we experience a new emotion at the door. Sometimes sadness comes in, sometimes fear comes in, anything, all sorts of emotions that are there, they come to your doorstep. So welcome them honorably, welcome, invite them in. Sometimes, even if it's the worst kind that really shakes you from within and really empties you from inside, it says still welcome them because you don't know why they might be emptying you. So that something, a bigger delight, a bigger happiness can come within. It's saying that all, even the dark thoughts, the shame, all meet them laughing at the door and be grateful for them because they have been sent as a guide from the beyond. But at the end of the day, remember that you are a guest house only, not a home. All of these emotions are just guests, which are temporary in nature and have to leave you. They don't have a permanent space within you. So, welcome them in, learn what you're supposed to learn from them, let them guide you in the way that they're supposed to guide you, and then let them leave. Because at the end of the day, you are a guest house and they are just guests within you. So, um, yes, that is all from my side. I will be putting in some book recommendations in the chat for if you would like to read about, related to fear and how to deal with it. I'll just put that in the chat. And till then, I'll open the floor for questions. If anybody has any, you can raise your hand and unmute yourself.
Friends, it's a great opportunity to interact with Kavya ma'am. Please take this opportunity and share your experience or share your takeaways. Or do you have any questions? Please do reach out by raising your hand. Please do it, friends.
Anyone, please, don't feel afraid, don't have any fear of speaking or whether I should share or not. This is a safe space. If anybody wants to ask anything, share anything. Yes, Moina ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you so much for this session. And The Alchemist is a beautiful book. And I was just thinking that, okay, today is Saturday and I want to have a inspiring session. It was beautiful. And I think the opposite of fear is courage. So the courage to embrace whatever is coming as the guest house of whatever is coming. I think that is such a beautiful poem to, end that story of how we are not afraid of fear itself. So, and the other thing is, once you are in the space of courage, you are free. And sometimes people feel that, oh, you're not thinking, you are taking this step too boldly, or you are so bold and you will fall. But otherwise you can fly also, because every time you are not falling, you are flying, you are flowing, you are flowing with life itself. So a lot of times I have felt that when you are in courage, other people will come and try to put the fear in you. So that I feel is so nice, if all of us meditate, and when we are all together, to have someone else remind us that it's okay to not hold on to fear. So thank you so much for this reminder on Saturday. Thank you. And you seem like a beautiful spirit and soul. So it was really nice. I think you have a great energy, and your eyes and your smile is like really infectious. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. So this topic is a little personal for me as well. So, while we are here, we're also always constantly learning. So for me also, I have been constantly going on this journey about how to get rid of the fear within me as well. And that's why, all of this has come a lot from personal experience and um yeah, just understanding through the process that, okay, that how fear, everyone has fear, but ultimately it's a decision that whether you allow it to govern you, or you just accept it as just an emotion that's part of your life, and then do what you have to do anyway. And I think I hope that like that everyone else is able to also understand that, and not let it govern their lives. Yeah. Anyone else? I have put some names of the books in the chat in case anybody would like to read them later. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining, and hope you all have a great rest of the weekend. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Kavya ma'am, for the wonderful session.
Thank you.
Friends, as it is on Sunday, we will have a long guided meditation by Chandrasaran tomorrow. So hope you all will join back on again tomorrow morning 6 a.m. Thank you all for joining today's session.
Grateful, so grateful, oh grateful, I'm so grateful. So I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit.